From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Steeler first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll swing this out to Johnson. He's into space past the 25. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got Frymuth open on the left side. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. This one caught at the floor. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down.
Let's go now.
That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
second down, it's Darnold. And it's into the hands of Flowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That was the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. That is taken at the 10.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Back to throw. And he gets that to Hardman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and 11. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. To return, it's Nixon. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Benson. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hey, set.
Darnold to throw. Here's a screen set up for Benson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
We're going to sign.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down. It is a big gain for Arizona. And even 30 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike. And whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression. And it's pretty easy to see why.
We're going to sign.
The fullback trying to power it home. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Brings up second and
From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
We're going to sign.
Benson will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
This taken around the 11. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. That's Zaven Collins on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Steeler first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off and man, downfield is Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now a toss left side for Johnson. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
That's a gain of 3. Now
3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's out wide to Warren. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not... throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's Washington, the man in motion. Here it is on 4th down. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him
and that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That his first touchdown of the new year. Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. For all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
45-yard line.
Pistol snap back to Darnold. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set. Yo, lady. Ready.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Out to his right. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. It's a gain of 34.
First down, Steelers.
On the ground is Jalen Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. 2nd and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through. And yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job of
it. So we're at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here's Nixon on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll go play action with Garner. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the move, left is Benson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd
Third down and 9.
Ready? Go set. Set.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. 33 yards.
But I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
He'll take this forward for about 5.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 31, here is second down and 5.
Set. Reset.
Now give. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. His kick is good. And the Steelers are on top. It's 14-10. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Go set. Reset.
A give, here's Benson. He'll manage only a couple. Dayton Wilson that time in on the stop.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Here's third and 7.
Go set. Reset.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. It's an Arizona first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go set. Reset.
On play action, here's Darnold. He'll find Harrison working across the field. And he is out of bounds. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
At left side, that's the tight end, McBride. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 3. Darnold to throw again. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be third down. To throw again is Darnold. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And it's left side and caught by Flowers. To the pylon, he's in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14.
Steelers 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing now from the gun. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's a screen set up for Warren. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw again. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Third and long. He'll drop to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll try it now with Warren. Darnold now on 1st and 10. Back to the right side. Caught by McCross. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, set.
Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here. This will not do the trick. They've stopped them behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Cardinals line up for a punt. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. It's a big play when they needed it the most. Pick up of 46 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. on the toss. It's Johnson. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game. Has been back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. On the move left. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On second down, it's Darnold. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First time they've worked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Darnold to the air once more. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
In punt formation.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll run the draw with Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know at this point that defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
8-yard line.
We'll go play action with Darnold. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trey Benson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A run here with Johnson. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. His second touchdown of the afternoon. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line.
We go set. Set.
To throw on first down is Darnold. Will look middle and finds McBride his tight end. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
On play action, here's Darnold. Now he'll swing out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 34-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
We go set. Set.
Now Darnold. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's going to be third. They need one.
Go set.
To throw again is Darnold. He's got his tight end. That's McBride.
Here we go.
First and 10.
Cardinals first down.
Darnold to throw again. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now, 2nd and inches.
We go set.
They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Darnold again. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Second and 11. to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it'll be third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, they go with Warren. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. It comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And he steps into this one, gets off a big kick, angled for the sideline. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Here comes 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 1 at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Darnold to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Here's Darnold. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown. So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Another try, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here we go. One final play. That's caught. Downfield by Harrison. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll That'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.